Hey, my way past cool dudes. This is I, Sonic the Hedgehog. And today, I will be reading you all Madeline 1997 version, a Madeline Lost episode creepypasta, written by none other than the Shadow Lioness. Thank you very much, Shadow Lioness, for giving us permission to read your stories. Now, this is on the Spinpasta wiki. Oh, and don't forget to check out Shadow Lioness's channel if you haven't already. Now, without further ado, everybody, let's get reading. As a kid born in the 1990s, there's a lot of shows that I grew up watching, such as Bananas in Pajamas, Arthur, Magic School Bus, Big Comfy Couch, etc. And one of the shows I loved the most that took place in Paris that had a TV show along with a couple of movies was called Madeline. Now, for those who don't know what the show Madeline is, then let me explain. Madeline was based on the children's book series by Ludwig Bemelmans. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing the name incorrectly. Anyway, who wrote the series in 6 books, including other books that were written by someone else. I love the books of Madeline a lot, along with the TV show, including the movies that they made. A live-action Madeline movie was my favorite out of Madeline Lost in Paris and My Fair Madeline. However, you may be very surprised at this. But I have found a version of the live-action Madeline movie that made me have thoughts in my head like, why did it have to have dark themes to it? Why is that, you may ask? Well, it all started back in 2015. And it was just after I turned 25 years old. It was June and I happened to see the Madeline live-action movie for the first time in years. I was at the park with the child that I was babysitting named Chloe, who was 5 years old. I was sitting on the park bench watching her play when I noticed something beside me. There was an iPad on the bench beside me. I picked up the iPad and asked the parents that were in the park if the iPad belonged to one of them. But sadly, they said that the iPad didn't belong to them. When I looked up at the sky, I could tell that it was going to rain soon, and I wouldn't want the iPad to get ruined in the rain. So I put it in my purse, and I noticed that the charger for it was also on the bench, too. So I grabbed the charger and called Chloe as she came running towards me. "What is it, Maddie?" Chloe asked me. "It's going to rain, Chloe. Let's go back to my house until your mother comes to pick you up," I said to her, and she nodded, and we both walked to my car. Luckily, it started to rain by the time we got in my car, and I drove myself and Chloe back to my house. When we got to our house, me and Chloe walked in to take our shoes off. Take off our shoes, and then we got settled in within a few minutes. Chloe went off to the playroom to watch TV and play with the toys from my childhood that I had kept in the playroom for her to play with. I took the iPad along with the charger out of my purse and plugged it in to the charger. I plugged it in the charger in the outlet. I decided that I would check the iPad after Chloe gets picked up. After I made myself and Chloe dinner, her mother came to get her at least a half an hour after we ate. Chloe was picked up by her mother, and I walked to the iPad on the charger and decided to have a look at it. As I turned the power button on the iPad, I could see that it needed a passcode. I could then see the passcode was written on the charger base, and the number was 9823. Who would write the code on the iPad? Who would write the code for the iPad on the charger? Like, I wouldn't give out my password to anybody. Maybe someone had trouble remembering things, so that made a bit of sense. But still, I put down the code on the iPad, and then the home screen was just as if it was brand new. I looked at some apps, and they all worked just fine without a problem. Then I noticed that there was a movie app called MovieBox. What is MovieBox? I have never heard of MovieBox before. Maybe a friend of mine told me about it, and I happen to not really look at it as I am into Netflix and whatnot. I scrolled through some movies, and there was a couple of movies that I do know, such as Finding Nemo, How to Train Your Dragon, Beauty and the Beast, etc. Then I noticed that the app MovieBox had a live-action version of Madeline that came out in 1998. Oh, sorry. There was that movie, but there was a copy of it. It said Madeline 1997. Now that was strange. Something is not right here, I said to myself in confusion. The live-action movie Madeline came out in 1998. It didn't exist in 1997. I had to look up the movie to make sure my information was right. What I did find was that the movie was being filmed sometime in late 1997 and early 1998, and it was released in 1998 later on. I decided that I should give myself some time to watch a movie from my childhood, so I plugged in my earbuds and went to my bedroom to watch the movie on the iPad. The intro started out like the usual opening to the Madeline shows and movies from we all know. The shot of the old schoolhouse was painted from the storybook. The live-action version with Miss Clavell's voice narrating the intro. In the old house in Paris that was covered in vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. In 2 straight lines they broke their bread, brushed their teeth, and went to bed. I was starting to smile big as I watched my childhood come into life once again. It's been a long time since I've seen a live-action movie. They smiled at the good and frowned at the bad. And sometimes they were really sad. I was stunned since I loved the actress who was Miss Clavell in the live-action movie. Since she was played by Frances McDormand, I think that's her last name was pronounced. Sorry. Who has a nice voice for the teacher in the movie. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines, in rain or shine. The smallest one was Madeline. The 1997 version of the live-action Madeline movie was playing in great quality, like the one from 1988. That I do know very well. When the scene gets to the girls and Miss Clavell to see the tiger at the zoo, Madeline just looked at the tiger and told it off as she normally did. No one knew so well how to frighten Miss Clavell. After the line being said, Madeline was almost walking on the edge of the bridge that nearly gave Miss Clavell a heart attack. "Madeline, get down!" she almost shrieked. Ugh. It still makes me laugh to see my favorite character in action and doing things that are dangerous. Remember, kids, don't ever try any of this at home, was what my parents always said to me. The next scenes cut to the girls and Miss Clavell praying before they eat their dinner. So far, I was starting to like the 1997 version of the movie. Maybe the movie didn't come out until 1998 because of some stuff that made the movie too long, or whatever the reason, they had a reason to do such. The next scene shows Miss Clavell walking up to her in her bedroom. As usual, if something is not right at night, something is not right, she says, as she gets changed and gets upstairs to the girls' bedroom to see all the girls surrounding Madeline. And this is where I will stop for part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 of Sonic the Hedgehog reads Madeline 1997 version.